It was great. Had a good one. Yeah, for the most part, stayed here and hung around here. Took my wife out to dinner and stuff, and just kind of hung around with the kids and stuff. So it was a good. It was a good weekend. Good bye week. Get away, relax your mind, and help your body a little bit too. So
Physically, you feel like you're on the track back to play this week?
yeah, hopefully that's the goal right now. Definitely gotten better. Day by day, and it's just coming in, doing your rehab, and making sure you're able to move and do the things you need to do to be out there to play. So, right now I feel pretty good in the direction that I'm headed. Hopefully everything works out this week. So,
We talked to you in the summer. You were making pretty much daily deposits into the takeaway bucket back in training camp.
yeah.
As a defense, they haven't been coming lately as a whole. What do you guys sense you need to do here in this next stretch to get that thing back?
We just got to get more attempts on taking the ball away and capitalizing on some of the opportunities that we have to make those takeaways and turn the ball over and give our offense back the ball. So it's kind of a combination of a couple of different things. Just sometimes we drop some that we should have had, and I know personally me, I dropped a couple here, and could have possibly made a better tackle on somebody and actually went at the ball and try to get a temp on the strip or something like that. So it's kind of things like that when you have guys that swarm to the ball like we do. It's those kind of you tend to get those things when you're playing fast and like I said, everybody's running to the ball and you're making attempts at trying to get the ball out. So
With this offense, the Baltimore Ravens offense,
yep.
doing so many different things. They got jet motion, they got read option, they hit the fullback out of the backfield. Where are your eyes? Where are you trying to get your eyes, and what are the challenges of keeping them there with all of that activity going on?
It's on your job, I guess. The main objective is the ball, so I try to keep my eyes on that ball as much as I can. They like I said, they have a good scheme and they execute their plays well, and they give a defense a tough time to defend them. Like I said, obviously they got Lamar and their running backs and just throwing the ball outside, throwing it deep, so they kind of keep you on your toes a lot the whole game. And for us, it's just you have to execute your game plan, and everybody has a game plan going into it. And if we can not make the mistakes, not make as many mistakes as them, I think we'll be all right. So.
Are you able to look at some of what the Dolphins did against Lamar and the Ravens as kind of a blueprint to containing him, or is it you just not factor that in as much?
I mean, obviously you look at the film and you see what the Dolphins did. I'm not exactly sure what the plays they called or whatever, but obviously they put a lot of pressure on them and made them get rid of the ball and whatever. And I think that's kind of with any quarterback. They like to be clean. So be able to keep pressure on the quarterback. It doesn't matter if you're Lamar, you're Tom Brady, whoever it is. They tend to don't like that too much. So for us, like I said, it's just about us executing our game plan and what we have going forward, and our players, knowing exactly what they need to do and doing that. So.
With the Steelers' final drive, you guys have a lot of veterans on your defensive side that take a lot of pride in what you do.
Yeah.
I imagine the way the game ended didn't sit well with you guys. And how is that? Can that be used for anything other than just being frustrated? Can that be motivational at all?
Well, obviously, when you're on the losing side of the deal of that game, it doesn't feel good for anybody, offense, just a team as a whole. So, when you lose, you most definitely feel like you didn't do enough, to win that game. But I thought we had some good players out there, and everybody kept fighting to the end. That game could have went south a while ago, early in the game, and I thought everybody, kept controlling themselves for the most part, and we was able to give ourselves a chance to win that game. So, we take what we did well in that game and try to do it better, the next game, and the things that we didn't do well, we had a little time in between to fix it and correct it, and with an opportunity this week to go out there and execute those, things that we didn't do well, the week prior. So.
I think we've asked you about the taunting rule a couple of times this year.
Yeah.
Given what happened at the end of the game the last time out, do you have any sense for what's legal, what's not?
I mean, to me that rule is just kind of depending on who the ref is that week, where they call it or don't call it. Obviously, they have some, videos and stuff that they show where, like, guys are actually talking to somebody's face and running up to this trying to showboat and all that stuff like that. So, for us, it's better to just celebrate with your teammates. I would say that, and hopefully avoid those type of situations where not getting those taunting penalties. So, like I said, coach hit on it and everybody's hit on it. Like I said, just I don't think there's a defined rule of like this is exactly what it looks like, but I do think we can help ourselves by just celebrating with us, just celebrate with your teammates and whoever else is on the sideline with you. So, I think if we do that, that'll kind of we won't really have to worry about that rule too much.
When you get those instructional videos in the preseason, with that specific emphasis, did you understand what they're trying to get done?
I understand, that you don't want guys trying to show up. The man, like you made a play, you made a good play. That's great. You should be able to celebrate. I think you should. I mean, I think, we do this for a reason to, have those moments like that. But at the same time, you have to understand that, they made the rules are the rules. And, you have to find a way to, adjust and adapt to it. And, I think, like I said, for us, it's just more so trying to celebrate, find ways to celebrate with your teammate. And I think that'll kind of, clean up everything. They won't really have too much to say about that, I feel like. So.
What was your reaction in the moment when Cassius got called?
All right, what we're about to do now as far as the defense, how we going to, go back out there and get another stop, because once they throw the flag, they're not going to pick it up pretty much, whether they felt like it was right or wrong. You have to be able to flush it just like the play before, whether you made a good play or a bad play. You got to be able to, let it go and move on to the next play. So, that was kind of my thing. Obviously, I didn't like the call at first, but at the same time, we still had the game that we still had to play and finish and try to win. So, for me, I was just focused on the next play, like, all right, what personnel we need out there, how the guys going to respond into, the next play. So,
Obviously, that play blew up on TV, social media, everything. Going back and seeing it after the game, I don't know whether you did, but if you did that make you feel a certain way about the call?
No, I mean, like I said, I don't think that caused us to lose a game or something like that. There's a number of things that happened throughout the game to where, we could have been better, could have maybe had a touchdown or something, or a turnover or something else that could have affected the game. Obviously, you playing Monday, you're the only game on TV, so everything's magnified at that point. But, it happens throughout the league, and, like I said, as players, you try to, adjust and do what you can to, not get those penalties and stuff. And like I said, we all understand what it is and just kind of what we need to do. Like I said, the best thing for us is just to, try to celebrate with our teammates and stuff, and try to leave it at that. Like I said, they gonna call whatever they're gonna call. Like I said, and I think it just depends on the ref that week. So
You mentioned it being like
You guys don't have the turnover bucket anymore.
we do have it. We do have it. It just hasn't been used much lately. It hasn't been used. We still got it. It just hasn't been used much lately. That's all.
You mentioned how much more magnified it is when it's the only game on TV, right? No game more so than the Super Bowl. Do you think the whole taunting thing is a bit of an overreaction to Antoine Whitfield Jr. doing Tyreek's peace sign in his face?
That I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think they have a committee that meets on these rules and stuff, and obviously everybody agreed on it, or I ain't gonna say everybody agreed on it, but the majority of them agreed that this is a rule that they needed to implement. But I don't know. I can't say one way or the other about that one. So.
Obviously, losing makes these things sting a little bit more. But do you feel like you're getting to a point where the defense will be able to complement what the offense has been able to do? Because obviously, the offense has taken some strides the last couple of games.
Yeah, I think this team as a whole has taken, some strides, in the last few games. Obviously, we haven't, came out the way that we wanted to, obviously winning those games and stuff. But I do think we've, kind of developed some things that we know we can do well, and hopefully we can continue to do that and just get better, every day. So, you take it one day at a time, and like I said, this is a new week for us and a good opportunity for us to face a top team that was in the playoffs and stuff. So, it'll be a good challenge for us this week, and we looking forward to it.
Challenge up front for the defense against Lamar Jackson, because the secondary has their own set of challenges to worry about with a quarterback like that. You treat him like a quarterback, but he doesn't move sometimes like a quarterback. He's not athletic. He's more athletic than most people out there on the field. What is the challenge up front for you guys against Lamar?
Well, I think he is a quarterback. He makes the throws just like any other quarterback, and obviously he has, better speed than some of the other quarterbacks and can use his legs and stuff. But, he can throw the ball just as well as, some other people. So, I kind of like him. My son loves him. So like I said, I think he does well. For us as a defense, the guys up front, it's going to take everybody swarming to the ball. And like I said, kind of one of those things is making sure you're trying to keep your eye on the ball because they do a lot of different things. And, the most important thing out there is the ball. So whether he got it or the running backs got it or somebody else got it, you have to be able to swarm to the ball and try to limit a bunch of missed tackles and, yak yardage and just kind of all that stuff like that and create those turnovers and stuff. So
Who's your son rooting for this week?
he better be rooting for us. But, I understand he likes players and, that's one of his guys that he likes to, and he's always like, that's number 8 right there, that's the one. So, it's fun, I laugh at it and enjoy it and, it'll be a fun time, so.
How old's your son?
5. Yeah. Thank you.